Hello everybody, welcome back to my floor. Instead of being in the corner over there, I now decided to center myself with my closet. Does it look like a nicer background? I don't know. Today we have Starbucks. If you're wondering what I order, usually it's one of two things. It's either like a cappuccino, or today, even though it's snowing out, I decided to get a nice iced coffee. I got myself an iced shaken espresso, decaf, because if I have 3 shots of caffeine at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I won't go to sleep. Then I just get it with the classic 2 pumps of sugar, and instead of regular milk, sometimes I go for lactose free. Why? I don't really know. But anyways, that's my drink of the day. We are currently February 25th. So in 4 days, it'll be March 1st. March 1st signifies to me the beginning of spring. Really, if you're living in Montreal, not really, because it's still snowing up until like April, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. I just pretend that it's not snowing. I just kind of close my eyes and pretend that I'm on the beach. And that kind of makes everything better. So focused on this idea of March and spring, today's video is going to be focused on my March reset. Now, why is March so important? Of course, people are always focused on new year, new me. You know, January 1st, people have new goals. For me, January and February kind of suck because it's pitch black almost constantly over here. The sun only comes out at around 7 and it goes back down at 3. So it's very depressing for me. The only time I really enjoy January is for my birthday and my boyfriend's birthday. I only enjoy February because it's Valentine's Day, and that's about it. So March is much more fun for me. So this month I'm focused on really resetting my energy, bringing myself back to a little bit of a happier mood. The sun will be coming out more and more slowly. It is spring forward soon. I love it and hate it at the same time. Love it because that means it's sunny again. Hate it because I lose an hour of sleep. But that's all right. I'm just going to sleep in that day. So March is really all about resetting my energy, and by starting off this new season on the right foot, I want to come into the spring being my best self and being as strong as I can be, both mentally and physically. I always like to start any sort of reset with my environmental reset. I spend a lot of the time in my room, of course. I'm in here when I wake up, when I go to sleep, when I want to do my homework, when I want to do my own little workout at home. This is where the magic happens, when I film. So I have to make sure that my space is clean. I'll first start by changing my bed sheets. Of course, I do this more than once a month, but it's always nice to do it at the beginning of the month so that it starts off on the right foot. I'll usually pass a vacuum or a Swiffer. I'll go through my desk. I am currently redoing my room, so it is just kind of messy naturally. I have things on my walls that don't really go on the walls anymore. I have to paint. There's like weird splotches of paint everywhere. I have random IKEA boxes. This over here is an IKEA box laying around. My desk is, I don't even want to look at it for now. Luckily, I haven't really been going to class often, so I'm not sitting at my desk a lot. But I will be needing my desk rather soon when exam season starts, so I do need to get everything in order. I'm not going to think about that just yet. I'm waiting till March break so that I can actually finish everything up. Gonna paint, gonna finish my room, hopefully get a mirror to put up in my corner, maybe make a cuter little YouTube setup, we'll see. But so that's step 1. So let's go clean my room. I don't know if you can tell, but my room is a little bit of a mess. It's giving not Marie Kondo. So this mess needs to go. Okay, step 2. Step 2 of my March reset is going to be my physical reset. So, if you didn't already know, I am a certified Pilates instructor. I teach reformer classes and chair classes. I do work out a lot, so I go to the gym around 3 times a week. I get cardio in here and there, I walk, but I find, especially as a Pilates instructor, I'm so focused on teaching the people in front of me that I focus less on my own practice. I've been slowly trying to go to Pilates a little bit more often. My mom gifted me a few classes to a studio really close to my house, which has been fun, but I'm still not very consistent. Of course, I'll probably do around 15 or 20 minutes before or after my classes when I'm already at the studio because I have access to the equipment, but I'm never doing full classes. At one point, I was going maybe 3 times a week, especially when I was in my Pilates certification. It was always about seeing how far my body could take me and how much I could do on the reformer. And now that I teach around 10 or 12 hours a week, plus school plus my other job, it's a little bit difficult. So my goal for March, especially now that it's going to get a little bit nicer outside, is to go practice Pilates a little bit more. I think that especially as an instructor, you can't teach the bodies in front of you if you don't cultivate your own practice. To me, it's like getting taught English lit by an English lit teacher that hasn't read a new book in maybe 6 years. Does that make sense? So my goal for March is especially, hopefully, just to go at least one time a week consistently, maybe a Sunday when I don't have any work or school to do. Just start my week on the right foot, finish off my weekend good, and yeah. Now, finally, step 3 of my March reset is my mental reset. As I said earlier, for me, March is all about resetting my energy, starting off spring on the right foot. So I want to make sure that I'm in the right mental headspace to do so. In order to kind of clear up my mind, I like to set 3 intentions for the next month that I will focus on and work on a lot to help me grow to be a better person. Now, these are not 3 things like go get 13,000 steps every day, drink 6 liters of water, spend 20 minutes meditating. No, they're just things that I kind of already do, but I want to put a little bit more emphasis on just so that I can have a little bit of a better habit with. Number 1 already is drinking water. I told myself at the beginning of this year that I was going to get back on my water grind. I used to be the biggest water drinker. I think at a point in time, I was drinking 3 liters a day. And then in the last year, I've basically drank no water. I am fluiding myself with coffee or tea. So tea is water, but it's not that often. Hi, kitty cat. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, you're so cute. He's come to sniff my coffee. But what was I saying? So to continue on with where I left off, I kind of forgot what I was saying, but I think that drinking water is very important. There's so many reasons why you have to drink water. First of all, it keeps us alive, right? You can get water from the actual H2O itself, but you can also get water from fruits and vegetables, from tea, kind of from coffee, but not really. It's important to hydrate, for mental clarity, for physical health, to make sure that you're getting all the vitamins and minerals that you need. So number 1 is to drink a little bit more water than I already do. Currently, I'm at about 1 liter a day, but I do want to increase that mildly, if not just keep it consistent, to make sure that I'm at least completing 1 full water bottle worth of water a day. It could be better, but this is where we are right now. Cheers! Part 2 of my mental reset is to read every night. So far, I'm doing pretty good with my new 2026 goal. I told myself I would read more books. Again, I used to be a really big reader, especially in high school. I think the most books I ever read in a year was around 50, so nearly 1 a week. However, in the last year, again, life got really busy. I'm a full-time student. I was doing my 250-hour Reformer Pilates certification. I was working nearly 30 hours a week at one point with school and my certification, so I kind of didn't have time to read. But I made my goal this year to read just a little bit more. So far, I think I've completed 5 books. I'm hoping to at least complete 2 more books this month, but I'm hoping to at least start to read once every day, ideally before bed, just because I've been watching TikTok before I go to sleep, and that's not the best way to end your day before closing your eyes and dreaming, because then I have dreams associated to what I see on TikTok, and that's really weird sometimes. So my goal number 2 is read books. Finally, goal 3 of my mental reset is to take more walks outdoors. I'm someone who does a fair amount of cardio at the gym. I'll walk on the treadmill for maybe 20-30 minutes after each session. Sometimes I'll walk a little bit more and I'll study at the same time. But I want to make it more of a habit to walk outside. January and February kind of sucks to walk outside, especially if it snows, because then the ground is all slushy. Every time you walk, you're kicking dirt onto the back of your legs. Cars are splashing you with dirt. It's not a fun feeling. It's not a fun environment to walk in. But hopefully in March, with the weather getting a little bit better, it'll be a little bit easier to walk outside. I'm hoping at least 2 or 3 walks outside per week. By walks, I don't just mean walking to and from my car, walking to and from school. I mean intentional walks where I leave my house and I go for a walk around the neighborhood for maybe 30 minutes. Usually when I walk, I'll listen to a podcast, but sometimes it's nice to just turn everything off and just kind of listen to the sound of the nature around you. It really helps to clear my head. It gives me some time to reflect on my own situation as well, see how I'm feeling in life, and see how I feel about the world around me. Okay, so to finish off this video, thank you for following along with me in my March reset. I hope that you took something important away from this video. I think it's important to find new ways to grow constantly, to evolve, because if you stay at the same level your whole life, you're limiting yourself from a lot of potential. Let me know in the comments maybe what your March reset will look like this month. What are you doing for yourself physically, mentally, and within your environment? Thank you all for coming. Happy March, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!